Schatz with Realty from North Ridgeville. I want to thank you all for watching last week with wind inspections with Alex Fleming. I know there was a little bit of a technical difficulty, but we still had managed to have 800 views, over 800 views on that video. If you didn't get to see it and you have inspection questions, you can go to my Sarah Schatz Realty page on Facebook, or you can check out my YouTube channel, Sarah Schatz Realty. Today I'm back at Wolfie's Bistro and Pub in Elyria, Ohio with Bolin from the Bank of England. This is Ray.
Hi everybody.
Ray's never been on Facebook ever. So this is a new experience for him.
Yes, I a little bit of background on me.
Yeah.
I've been in the mortgage industry for over 25 years now. I currently am the director of mortgage banking for the Bank of England Mortgage Division. Been with the bank since June of 2009, and loving the market and doing loans every day.
Good. A lot of people want to know what's going on. You have president in office. There's a lot of things. There was a lot of growth in the market last year. What are interest rates at? Are they going up? What are they doing?
Well, that's a good question, and it's been all over the markets. Financial professionals, all of them, sort of converge on the same idea that interest rates are not going to be going down. Interest rates change every day. One day they might be a little up, one day they might be a little down. But long-term trends for the rest of this year, it's a safe bet that they're going to be continue to go up. The Federal Reserve has pretty much given all indication that they're going to continue to raise rates on banks, such as the Bank of England. So more than likely, those are going to be passed on to, in terms of auto rates, home loan rates, credit card rates, everything is going to continue to go up. Historically, rates have been so low, people are getting used to hearing 3%, 3.5%. Rates still are in a good area. I mean, they're relatively low. We still have rates in high threes, 3.75, 3.75 to 4.5, depending on the program and credit score. So rates are still pretty good. But if you're looking to buy a house, now would not be a bad time to make a move.
What do people need to do to get pre-approved? Because when you go to buy a house, before you even call a realtor, you should absolutely call somebody and get pre-approved so you know where you're at. But what do they need to get pre-approved on?
Well, before I answer that, there's really two reasons that you should be pre-approved. One, most realtors, if not all realtors today, to show you a home, require you to be pre-approved. And they do that, one, because they're very busy. They've got a lot of time invested in showing houses. And they want to make sure that you're qualified to see a house in a certain price range. But the main reason to me, as the mortgage guy, the mortgage lender, is the fact that I think it benefits the client. You need to know where you're at. We take a holistic, more of a planning approach to our clients. So what we like to do is make sure that not only do you understand all things are accounted for, and that you go in with eyes wide open.
I know that people always talk about what kind of programs are out there and stuff. Like, what kind of programs do you have for personal homeowners, for veterans, for people in those circumstances?
I apologize. We're switching questions. I didn't finish the question. I didn't answer the question that you actually asked me. To pre-qual, typically you need pay stubs. Supplying income documents, and added to that is deposits, assets, bank deposits for down payment and things of that nature. But on to your next question. No, I'm sorry. There's many different types. One of the best loans out there is the VA loan. It's 100% financing. There's very few loans out there that require no down payment. Of course, you have to be a veteran, active or retired. And there's no monthly MI. There is an upfront funding fee, but it all depends on how many times you used it. But interest rates are very strong. That's one of the best programs out there as far as expense. Very inexpensive, very low rate. USDA is another one. Now that is, the requirements are a little bit different. That's more along the lines of the property. If the property is in a residential, rural USDA designated area.
For layman's terms on the USDA, I keep track of it. If you're in our area in Grafton, if you are south of Route 10, that area in there, General, Grafton, Statesboro Townships, I think that all qualifies for USDA.
Correct. Typically, if you're not inside of the city, the village of Grafton, if you're out in the country a little bit, and it's really easy to check. We have a website you can go to. It's actually USDA.gov. You can go right on there and put an address in and see if it qualifies. And there's other income qualifications for USDA as well. But that's a great program. It's 100% financing as well. It does have a monthly fee, but it's nominal. It has some income requirements. So there's some other things that you have to look out for, adjust for as far as making sure that you require that you qualify. And then for first-time home buyers, there's a lot of down payment assistance programs out there. There's some community projects out there. Ohio Housing Finance Administration, OFA, is a good one. We are an approved lender with OFA. So they give down payment assistance for first-time home buyers and people that need help, assistance with down payment. But we also have, of course, FHA, which is 3.5% down payment. And then we also have the Fannie Mae product, conventional product, which is 3% down with reduced MI.
So speaking of having issues, if someone is having some credit issues but would like to buy in the future, are there things that you can do to assist them or put them on the right track to buy a house in the future?
Yes, there's several things. Credit is a moving target. There's a lot of things that adjust scores. You can always be on time with your payments and your score going down. There's a lot of different things that affect that. Balances compared to what your credit limit is on a credit card or a line of credit. If you have a lot of recent credit, new car loan, maybe you just opened up a couple new credit cards. Typically, it's more cost effective because I'm free. My expertise is free. I don't charge for that, and I try to help people work through their credit issues on a individual basis. And I have been able to change people's credit scores 50 to 70 points in as little as 3 to 4 weeks.
So once they get the loan, this is a very valuable question. What can kill a deal? What can people do that shoots the deal out in the water? Because as a real estate agent, and I know in your position, this happens sometimes. And people do it not knowingly, but there are things that can kill a deal after you've already started this process.
Absolutely. One of the biggest things is quitting your job, or of course losing your job, involuntary. That's the biggest and one that's right in your face. But typically, what I see a lot of clients do, and we counsel clients continuously throughout the process to make sure that they don't do certain things before they check with us. One of them is make sure that you don't go out and add any new debt. Once we pull your credit, there's going to be some checks and balances along the way through the underwriting process. And it is close to 2 to 3 days to the closing date that we're going to see if we're going to check to see if other people have pulled your credit, that you've applied for new credit, that you've obtained any new credit. And we're going to have to explain that. If you're really tight on debt ratio, that can kill the deal. I had a young client that we said absolutely do not apply for any new credit. They didn't realize that what I meant was no new credit they went and didn't realize that 12 months same as cash to buy new furniture was credit, and when we added that back into the debt ratio, it killed the deal. So if you want to buy new furniture, please have the new house first.
Okay, so once you get the loan, all that, what is the best way? I know there's all these people offer different ways. I keep seeing things pop up as far as pay your house off faster. What are some ways that people can actually help pay your house off faster or debt off faster?
Well, there's a lot of programs out there that they'll allow you to pay every 2 weeks. So you're actually making 26 payments annually, and it trims off your interest. They typically charge a fee for that, and whatever that fee is, of course, is going against the principle of paying your debt down faster. So it can be costly. It's a lot easier if you take whatever your payment is, whether it be $900 a month, $1,200 a month, divide it by 12, add it to your payment, and you're, generally speaking, doing the same thing. What we like to do is if a client wants to pay off their home as quickly as possible, we try to set them up with a budget that they can afford. The payment's $830. Go ahead and pay $900. Can you afford $900? Yes. Let's just make it a $900 payment so automatically there's extra money going each month to principal. Another avenue is on top of that, when you have an influx of cash, you're saving money, you got those incidentals saved for, and your budget allows, then you can actually pull money from maybe a tax return, right? From the federal government or something, maybe put a few more $1,000 and pay a little bit more once or twice annually, in addition to. That's a nice way. Plus, it gives you a little bit more flexibility.
Actually, I had and this is going to throw you off because I didn't tell you about this one earlier, but I actually had a teacher when I was going to real estate school tell us that not to do the automatic payment. They might offer you might be offered a quarter or whatever, low rate to have to automatic. To actually pay it a day early before you need it. So if you're doing the first pay on the 30th, so that that will help you with your interest.
Well, anytime, it's a simple interest rate loan. So basically, everything that you pay each month goes to interest first, and the rest goes to principal. So the longer you wait to make your payment, the more daily interest accrues. So your payment stays the same, you pay that in that 15-day grace period typically, and more of that payment goes towards interest than to principal. So that is a true statement. It does help.
It's good to know. Well, as people do, they sign up, they think it's another deal, they'll have it automatically taken out, and the day that's due, things you learn.
Yes, and the automatic payment is nice and convenient. That way, there's no forgetting. There's no, in everybody's daily business, busy lives. It's very easy to lose a piece of paper or forget.
Well, people don't even get statements. A lot of people don't even get those anymore.
Correct.
What other things do you offer in your business? I know you're located on Center Ridge, right across from the schools.
Yes, right in North Ridgeville. We've been there since 2007. I've been in North Ridgeville I've had a business in North Ridgeville 24 years of the 28 that I've been in this business. But some other things we do, we belong to an approved letter with Homes for Heroes, which is big. We offer discounts for veterans, firemen, policemen, teachers, doctors, nurses.
So excited to have gotten him on Facebook. But I also wanted to tell you that next week I'm going to talk to Jeff Hondo from Yard Beautiful. He's going to talk about curb appeal and making get your yard ready for spring and to put on the market. The following week on April 4th, I'm going to talk to Heather Large with Vibrant Designs, and she's going to talk about staging your home, what you need to put away, and what you can leave out if you're thinking of putting your home up for sale, because what should be packed away to unpersonalize your home, make it so that buyers can see themselves living there. But also you can check this out later on the YouTube channel at Sarah Schatz Russell Realty or on Sarah Schatz Russell Realty